snack has played a huge part in my training camp. The protein, the ZMA, everything, the pre-workout, it's played such a major part in my training camp, keeping me healthy, keeping me recovered, keeping me feeling good, strong, and ready for my next workout.
Do you think it have anything to do with drug testing or anything like that?
I'm not sure. We were 6.5 weeks away, and we still hadn't started drug testing. So, I mean, that's all I can say on that.
Caleb, how do you relax during a fight? Obviously, this is a big fight. It's nothing new to you, but you always you stay focused, stay in shape. But how do you kind of relax, take your mind off of things? You can't. I'm assuming you're not doing the cooking right now, but how do you relax?
I mean, this is what I do. So, you know, I might be wired differently than the guys that are on the other side of the camera. So, I'm relaxed. I'm calm. I've been doing this for a long time, my whole life. You know, I started this when I was 9 years old. I've been, you know, headlining Fox shows that have, you know, prepared me for this moment. It's no different than any of the Fox shows that I headline, doing Grand Arrivals, doing press tour, press conference, big weigh-ins, whatever it may be. So, I mean, it's no different than any of that.
The way you envision this fight, do you pick yourself, obviously you're confident you're going to win the fight, but do you want to get rid of it early? Get done with this early, or do you want to go the distance? Or you want to?
I'm going to get my hand raised by any means necessary. So whatever that calls for, that's what I'm going to do.
All right, thank you.
Caleb, good to see you. First off, no, please don't mess it up. I spent a lot of time doing it. How's this whole experience been like for you, Caleb?
It's been good. It's been good. Relaxed, calm, confident, and just ready for the bell to ring come Saturday night.
Looking at the fights you've had in your career, have you ever wanted to win more than this one?
I want to win all my fights, because if I don't win those fights, then I don't sit in this position. So every fight is do or die for me. Every fight is, you know, I put everything into it, blood, sweat, and tears. Every camp, I don't train for less for this guy or more for that guy. You know, that's how you end up getting your spot taken. That's how you end up not making weight. That's how you end up, you know, looking at other people in the positions that they're in. So, but with everything on the line, I mean, I want this so bad I can't even explain it.
I know your IBF fight meant a lot to you because of the promise that you made, and I was thinking, you know, how does that fight compare to this one? I know you mentioned a little bit, but does it add a little extra layer, this fight, compared to that one?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, yes. Just with everything that's on the line and everything at stake, I mean, I'm ready.
Can you say a quick word about having your dad in your corner with you? He's been with you in nearly every fight. Will you talk about the relationship that you guys have and how you see that growing?
He's all right. This is my little dude right here. This is my little guy right here. No, so blessed and happy to have my dad, you know, along with me on this journey. We started a long time ago, and when we first started, it was just me and him. And I mean, we've been through a lot together, and we put in a lot of work together. And I wouldn't be here without my father. You know, my grandfather as well, having those two strong, you know, male figures in my life to point me in the right direction and lead me the right way. I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
So, vision being on the stage like years ago?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Does this vision make your success even more rewarding?
Say again?
Does this make your success even more rewarding?
Absolutely. Having my friends with me, having my same friends, my same family that I had from the get-go, my same team from the get-go. I haven't switched teams. And, you know, I think that says a lot about loyalty and you know, having a team mindset, attitude, and we're ready for November 6th.
Thank you.
Yesterday,
We're going this way. We're going this way.
What's up?
yesterday at the Grand Arrivals, Canelo seemed pretty confident in that he would be able to take you out within 7 to 9 rounds. I know that he's made some predictions in the past in terms of like a late stoppage, but you know, how does that make you feel when you hear that?
Those are just words. He's supposed to say that. So, you know, again, he's supposed to say that, and I take it with a grain of salt because I've been told that many times in my life, oh, I'm going to stop him, I'm going to knock him out. You know, how many times in his career has he fought a fighter like me? He fought Floyd, he fought Lara, Triple G had a good jab, and who has he fought since then that, you know, he hasn't had trouble against? You know how many fighters I've been fighting like him who come forward, try to walk me down, try to go the body, try to knock me out? Anyone I've ever fought throughout my amateur and pro career, I mean, over 117 amateur fights, everyone has the same style when they fight me. They want to walk me down and beat me up, so it is what it is.
There's a lot of sacrifices that obviously go into what you do. One of being that you missed your 2-year anniversary with Jordan. Not miss necessarily, I know it's going to be something you guys are eventually going to do, but you know, when you hold your hand up on the night, what do you plan to do to celebrate with her?
I don't know. I haven't thought about celebrating. I haven't thought about, you know, what I'm doing after, I'm fully focused on the task at hand. And, you know, I'll get to that stuff, you know, after this.
Caleb, has Andre said that?
I already knew. I got in your iPod and I found out that that's what you're going to be walking down. No, I'm just playing with you. Question for you. When you're up there and you're hearing like all the accolades that they're saying about Canelo, you got the Showtime from it. It's already feeling like it's a one-sided fight. What's going through your mind when you're hearing all of that?
It just excites me for what they're going to say about me after the fight. You know, he's earned that recognition. He's earned those accomplishments. And so I'm just excited to see what they have to say about me after I win.
Who do you listen to more in your corner? You listen to your pops, your trainer, or your Jordan?
Say again?
Who do you listen to more in your corner? Your pops, your trainer, or Jordan?
I listen to my dad and Justin. You know, they both have good things to say in the corner. And then me and JP will link after and we'll talk.
Caleb, has Andre told you there's parallels with this fight?
What do you think for Canelo?
Say again?
What do you think for Canelo?
I think you asked me that the other day, and I got the same answer. I don't think none of them.
Did Andre tell you there's parallels between this fight and his fight that he had with Kovalev? Like, would that conversation kind of go into how he approached that fight?
Say again?
When you had your time with Andre Ward, did some of the conversations, did he mention, you know, his fight with Kovalev and how he stepped to Kovalev, brought it to him? And is there parallels in that fight with this fight that he brought up to you coming into this?
Well, we had some good conversations, and I'll keep those between me and him. He's been a, you know, almost somewhat of a mentor for me. So he's always able to, there, you know, if I need to call, he's calling and checking in on me. He's called me this week a couple times, and so I really appreciate Dre and all he's done for me and my wife, and looking forward to chatting with him with all my belts after the fight.
You recognize the similarities between the upbringing between you and Canelo. So much has been made about where you come from and how hard it was coming up. If you weren't fighting, you think you guys might appreciate where each other are coming from and how hard you fought to get here?
Maybe so, but it's not the world we live in.
What is it about Canelo Alvarez that you feel is the greatest challenge for you on Saturday night?
Just his experience level, but again, you know, experience is only one factor to win in a fight, and there's many factors to win in a fight, and experience is just one of them. And you know, there's been plenty of fights where the guy with less fights beats the guy with more fights. So
on paper, you're younger, you're longer, you could easily win this fight if someone were just reading it, yet a lot of the critics have you losing by knockout. What is it that they don't see about you in real life that the paper doesn't show?
I don't know. You know, I can't explain exactly what they're thinking, but there's a lot of big-time trainers out there, and a lot of reporters who saying that I have a really good shot. And the majority is going to go to him, but a lot more people know him, so that's to be expected. But there's a lot of seasoned trainers and big-time boxing heads out there that know that, you know what I'm capable of.
What do you think of the matchup, power versus technique? Like, you feel like you're the more skilled fighter, and will power be an issue in this fight?
I mean, I think power is an issue in every fight. You're right. So, you know, everybody can punch at this weight. Everybody hits hard at this weight, regardless of what you hear, what they say. Everyone hits hard at this weight. But the name of the game is hit and don't get hit. And as of now, according to stats, I'm the best in the division at doing that.
And lastly, Caleb, is there one thing on Saturday night that we'll see from you that we may never have seen before?
I think so. You know, there's been a lot of great fighters in my position before. And, you know, they step up and they fight someone who they're the underdog against, and they get their hand raised and they become the big dog. So, you know, having a fighter like Canelo across from me is going to bring out the best in Caleb Plant.
Good luck, sir.
Caleb, I got to know, dude, this social media clip of you in the knife fight and everything happening. Tell me the story behind that. What happened there? How old were you, and how did that all come about?
That was about like in 2010, 2011, and I had went away from Ashland City up to Clarksville to stay with a friend to kind of be in a somewhat of a small camp for the national tournament. And me and my little buddy, we went down to play basketball, and you know, I came across a guy who you know, we just had to agree to disagree on a few things, and so it turned out how it turned out.
Wait, you guys were playing a game and you got heated over it, or was it like something like else?
He just had a few words to say that I didn't agree with, and so, you know, I walked up to him and tried to figure it out, and then we couldn't figure it out, so we had to figure it out.
Ball him up? You crossed him over? Is that what happened? You balled him up? You crossed him over?
No.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.